General Assembly of the Church of God of Prophecy convenes in Cleveland, each day seems to have a special significance. On Tuesday, there is the opening of the assembly with the welcome addresses by the city and county officials. Wednesday features programs by the Assembly Band Movement and the Church of Prophecy Marker Association, and so on down the list throughout the week. Usually the congregational singing and devotional service begins at 7:30 a.m. and at 7:40 the program lists the call of countries, states, provinces and their response with programs of music, songs, victory marches, display of banners and flags, and short talks by the overseers. A sharp trumpet call is given as a signal for everyone to be ready, and the marches begin. Each country where the Church of God is organized is called, and representatives from that country come forward at the appointed time. Bahamas is one of the first countries to march, and this lively group is led by the brass band, and is usually the largest delegation from outside the United States. The lines form on the street outside the tabernacle and march inside, led by an usher at the given time. The delegation from England travels a long distance to the assembly. Although the delegations from outside the United States are smaller, it is inspirational to see the saints come from various countries throughout the world for the assembly and to witness their zeal and enthusiasm for the work of the Lord. After all the other countries have marched, each state of the United States is called. Alabama is first. This large delegation usually numbers more than 200. The music heard in the background is typical of that heard at intervals all day Thursday as the brass band play for the state marches. Here we see a glimpse of the Arizona delegates wearing squaw dresses, sombreros, and ponchos. Following Arizona is Arkansas, led by the state overseer carrying the state banner. Some of the marchers bring their own musical instruments. The younger ones are carried, but they all count. The clerks keep a record of the number of delegates in each march. California is a long distance from Cleveland. Every delegate from the state is anxious to march to give a good representation. Colorado is proudly represented by the state overseer and several members and friends from the Centennial State. Texas? How does Texas get into this part of the alphabet? The large state is divided into two sections. Here, East Texas marches to represent the eastern half of the Lone Star State. Florida prepares to march, led by the state band and the flags of the United States and the Church of God. Many of the marchers prominently display the small Florida state flags. One of the attractions of the marches is the beautiful array of banners and flags. Some of the banners are made especially for this program. The Georgia March is led by a brass band from one of the local churches in the state. The Georgia delegation is one of the largest and usually fills both the platforms inside with several more standing on the main floor. Here is a lively and enthusiastic group from the state of Illinois. Indiana quickly follows Illinois, and two ladies hurry to take their place in line. No one wants to be left out. Even this Maryland pastor seems to be trying to move his church to Indiana. Kansas delegates quickly make way for Kentucky, led by the brass band. Many of the marches call attention to special projects and accomplishments in the state. The Kentucky marchers proudly display their $100 worker banner. The District of Columbia marches with Maryland. Inside the tabernacle, each overseer leads his delegation to the platform, takes his place at the microphone for the time allotted to his state. A report of the progress of the church activities within the state is given. This happy group displays the zeal and enthusiasm with which the delegates represent the various states. The Mississippi March features more than 100 beautiful red and white banners. Almost every march features a song by the entire group, and individuals in smaller groups are called upon to display their talent. States may present offerings or gifts to the General Overseer. On one occasion, the General Overseer was made honorary citizen of Michigan. Awards, honors, and gifts are sometimes presented at the state's march. Inside, the overseer of Nevada gives his report, while outside, other states prepare for their march. New Jersey. New Mexico. And a nice representation from New York. The North Carolina delegation prepares to take its place on the platform at 5:45 p.m. This is usually one of the largest delegations, and sometimes numbers more than 400. With so many representatives from the United States and other countries, it is necessary to act promptly to keep the program according to the schedule. Carolina, other states will be called: North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, and so on down the list. There is usually an air of excitement as Tennessee comes forward about 8 o'clock in the evening. There is always the question of which state will have the largest representation. The Tennessee delegation numbered more than 1,000. The marches, which begin early in the morning, continue far into the night. Washington is followed by West Texas. Then comes West Virginia. Wisconsin often brings a midnight snack, cheese, to remind the Assembly that Wisconsin is the dairy state. Last in the alphabet, last in the marches is Wyoming, sometimes a bit tired and sleepy, but always with a nice delegation to represent the state, usually with a humorous skit or demonstration. After the last state has marched, prayer is offered for the countries not represented. And the trumpet is sounded to signal the end of the call of states and countries. All day long, the marches have continued without any intermission. The overseers have led the marches and given reports of the progress in the states. The service closes with an exhortation and altar invitation. Everyone plans to be on hand early Friday morning, for that, too, is a special day in the Assembly.